Baby, I'm yours. Baby, I'm yours. And I'll be yours until the stars fall from the sky. Yours until the rivers all run dry. In other words, until I die. Baby, I'm yours. Baby, I'm yours. And I'll be yours until the sun no longer shines. Yours until the poets run out of rhyme. In other words, baby, I'm yours. And I'll be yours until tomorrow.
How did you guys meet?
I was working in a grocery store. At that time, I was a bag boy in the front there. And she came in, and I noticed, I thought she looked really good. So I've always been a little bashful, so it took me weeks before I had the nerve to even ask her out. I would, whenever she came in and I saw that she was there, I would always try to get in her line and bag her groceries, and so I could take her groceries out of the car.
I mean,
I was a senior in high school, and she was in the 10th grade.
so that was 1960.
6. I started going to church at that time. That's when I was saved. I started going to New England Heights Baptist Church, where she was a member of, and I was saved there. And it went on from there, and then let you take it for a little while now.
How do you remember how you met? Like what do you remember?
Well, Mama would make me a grocery list, and I would go and pick up the groceries. And I guess I'd been a few times before, and he would try to get in the line. But anyway, this particular time he was able to take them out, and when we got out to the car, he asked me out. I think we went to see a movie,
Drive-in
to the
movie.
drive-in movie.
When I graduated from high school, I made myself a promise not to quit, because I got in an argument with the store owner, and I always kept my promises that I made to myself. No job to go to, but I quit the job, and went through that whole summer not dating her hardly, and I didn't have any money to date with, but I got word that she was maybe looking for somebody else too. But I couldn't find a job. That was back when they were being drafted into the military, and I didn't want to be drafted, so I went and joined the Navy. And as soon as I joined the Navy, I found a job. But anyway, I stayed here 3 more months. No, 4 months. 120-day delay call. And then I left, and not getting back with her at that time. And I was in the Navy for 3 years, and on aboard ship. And then my mom wrote and told me that they'd been asking about me again. I said, well, when I get home.
So you dated, and then you didn't date for 3 years?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When he was coming home, I went to Jacksonville, Florida, Cecil Field, with his parents. And I got to go with his parents to meet him. And from there, it turned into being engaged.
Okay, that's my next question.
Oh, okay.
How did Papa propose?
That was yours. That question's
That
yours.
was my. I don't really remember.
Did he get down on one knee?
No. No,
Where were you?
We were outside, the best I can remember.
Did you ask her parents?
Yeah, he asked Daddy.
I think so. I seem to remember I did.
Oh, that's been a long time ago.
So how long were you engaged before you got married then?
Not long.
Less than a month.
What?
Yeah, because we planned our wedding in 2 weeks.
And I had gotten off that cruise and we started dating again. It wasn't long I proposed, and we went through proposal to the wedding, everything, and the honeymoon just a 1 or 2 nights, and then it all in 30 days. I took a 30-day leave from military. Within that 30 days, I got married. Or we got married, and so, and it's lasted. Yeah.
And we spent I guess what you'd call our honeymoon at the Holiday Inn on Highway 50.
How did you know that you should get married to each other?
I really fell in love with her, and I didn't think that I was going to be happy with anyone else. She had already found out that, well, actually,
There wasn't no one like him.
just the decision,
Yeah.
that we made, that we really felt we could be together and do our life.
Yours till the rivers all run dry. Baby, I'm yours till it's
It was born on March the 4th. I don't remember what day of the week it was, but
Annette was born, like I said, on March 4th. When we were at the hospital for her to be born, doctor comes out of the room and says, or someone comes in, a nurse did, I think, and says that there might be 2. And I go, wow. Okay, so a little bit later on, after the birth, I believe, or right before, we found out that she was breech birth. She was born right here in the Papa Hospital on Park Avenue. And she, 8 pounds, 4 ounces. And when they, of course, whenever it was all over with, after the birth, they come and told us it was just 1.
Where were you living at the time?
We had come home. I just gotten off from the med cruise. We stayed with my parents just a little short
a
while,
little bit.
and then we rented a trailer for
Miss Langford.
yeah,
In
for
Apopka?
yes, for a little bit less than a year, I think. We couldn't find a house to buy in Apopka, and so we found a house off of Forest City Road, and I promised her that as soon as we found a house that we could afford in Apopka, we'd move back in there. And we did. We found one and moved in this house without selling the other one. But wish we still had it.
What do you remember about Aunt Nett when she was younger? Like, how was she as a toddler and growing up?
Well, I always, of course, all mine was all beautiful little girls. But different things that I remember the first, this is funny, and I'm hoping the only family's gonna see this. So it's, I remember the first time I heard her laugh out loud. We were in Liggett's drugstore. And I believe I was holding her.
I don't
I think it
remember.
was. And we were at the register to come out, and the register was right at the front door at the time. And she just cackled out loud, but right after she had pooped in her pants. And that's the first time I ever heard her laugh
It
out
was
loud.
tickling her.
And so that was funny. That stuck in my mind. I've told it several times. But
Alicia was born on May the 18th, 1973. I was sick through all the pregnancies, all three of the pregnancies, but I got over the sickness. With Annette and Allison, I was sick just about the whole time. But I overdid it as far as cleaning and just overdoing it. And she dropped into the birth canal, and I had to get off my feet, or she was going to be born 2 months early. So we went and stayed at Mom and Daddy's, and Mama took care of me. And then on the weekends we'd go home so we could, be together as a family. And then when she was a toddler, she was walking, we bought this house. And that's why I can remember, is because she was a toddler. And Alicia was always just real sweet. She'd let me dress her into little dresses. Annette liked wearing jeans because she was around boys more. There were no little girls. But that was one thing I remember about Alicia. She was just real, easygoing, and she let me dress her up till she was about probably 4 years old. She didn't have anything wrong with her tongue, but she couldn't pronounce words like board. It sounded, or bird. She couldn't. It sounded like board instead of bird with the R-I-R sound. And she did that for a long time until she got in school.
she has no problem now talking.
No.
The one thing about Alicia is Alicia.
She takes
Yeah.
after her dad.
It was the playhouse, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the funny part. When she was in first grade, she had Miss Ellington as a school teacher, and one day I went uptown after Annette and Alicia was in school.
Went to school.
And come to find out, while I was gone, my neighbor next door, Eloise Strickland, saw her, their dad had built them a playhouse out. He used a swing set they had for the frame.
Made an A-frame.
An A-frame playhouse. And my neighbor saw her looking out the little window, and and she come over and told me about it. So from then on, I told Miss Ellington, I said, if she ain't at school, call me and make sure, so that I don't go off and leave her in the playhouse by herself. Allison was born in 1978, and I found out a month.
September 25th.
Yeah, September the 25th, 1978, and I had a pretty good pregnancy with her, except toward the end, she was breech. In August, she was breech before she was born, September 25th. And I still had the same doctor that I used that delivered Annette. And he told me, let's hope she turns. Well, I believe she did, because I'll never forget one night I was sitting in here. This was the living room. And I had a a rocking chair, and I can remember all kind of movement going on. It was, like she was, I just never, had that kind of movement in my stomach. And sure enough, she did. So when she did start coming, she came fast.
We thought for sure that this
Yeah, I'd
third
have a
one was going to be a
boy.
boy, so we had the boy's name picked out. Did not even think about a girl.
I didn't even have a girl's name picked
So
out.
did they not have sonograms to tell you what the?
They had a sonogram. No, they didn't have that could tell you what you were having.
So you didn't know until they came out.
They just had, right, and all they did have a sonogram, but it was only to hear the heartbeat. You couldn't see anything, but you could hear it. You could hear the heartbeat. I remember they walked me and everything, trying to get me to go ahead, and give birth to her, but she wasn't ready. So I came home and on the weekend and had to go back in on the next, after the weekend on Monday. And so I don't remember them giving me anything to make me. She was just coming. And anyway, she was always, she loved being with Annette and Alicia, and they were a lot of help to me. She drew a Ferris wheel, and with all the people on it, and it was real colorful. And I just thought, I just knew she was going to become a drawer, a real good drawer, and she can.
She does have
And
talent.
does a real good job with that.
Out of the three, Allison has shown to be the one that has the singing voice. I believe all of them has it, they just don't want to use it. Allison, though, has always shown that she can use it, and I'm so thankful to her that she could and would, because I love to hear him sing. And she's the one that took after her mom the most in that line, because I know I can't sing. And so anyway, one thing about her, I always love to see her, hear her singing. And she's every one of them is a blessing to us.
Know a girl, she puts the color inside of my world. But she's just like a maze, where all of the walls are continually change. And I've done all I can to stand on the steps with my heart in my hand. Now I'm starting to see, maybe it's got nothing to do with me. Fathers, be good to your daughter.
All through the years, we've always loved each one of our girls, and they're all different in each way, in their own way. And we didn't say, "Oh no, we're pregnant again." I didn't. We just said it was always joyful, and so all of them were welcome. We didn't plan them, but we didn't do anything to keep them from coming. So they were all accepted, and we've always tried to, other than Allison was supposed to be a boy, we didn't try to keep them from We always tried to raise them in church too, and our prayer that they would all go to church and learn to love Jesus. And
What's one of your favorite memories or a good memory that you can recall from just your 50 years together?
One was when we were first in Bermuda. Jerry was going to bake a cake. And we had a gas stove.
I had baked the cake before, but this was with a gas stove.
This was a gas
And
stove.
we had just moved into this apartment, and I had turned the stove on, and it was getting hot, preheating. And when I mixed the cake, mixed up and everything. So when I got it all mixed up, I went to put it in the oven, and it wasn't on. It wasn't hot. Oh no, the pilot light went out. So I knew with gas, you had to let it air out before you go try to light it again. So I did that. Well, I thought I had waited long enough. So I opened the door, I turned it off. I opened the door, and we couldn't smell any more gas or anything. So I started out at the other end of the room with a lit match and walked closer to it, closer to the stove. Got there right at the stove, and fine, I'm good to go now. So just before I turned it on, it boom, blew up right in my face. Singed some of my hair,
Knocked him
my
about
eyebrows,
against the refrigerator.
and opened up the cabinets that was above it, kitchen cabinets, and thank goodness it wasn't any worse. But yeah, it blew the stove up. But it didn't tear it up, but it, enough to scare you to death. That was something else.
Where were you, Mema?
I was in another room, I think.
So
And
down the living room.
boom! I said, "Are you all right?"
That was in Bermuda?
Love me tender, love me sweet, never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For
What
my
advice would you give to your grandchildren? Carly's already married, but what advice would you give to the rest of us as we are dating and finding our partners, husbands or wives?
Through your dating experiences, and if you stay with someone a long time, I think you need to try and find out all you can about their talents, what they like doing, if they like football. Same with hunting or any other thing. And my one advice I would give is to make sure that they're a Christian and that they love the Lord, because I feel like when you love the Lord, you'll try to work it out with each other.
Well, that's when it needs to be done, when you need to find out about that person. If you start having strong feelings toward them, you need to know about them. Is there things you like or things you don't like? Marriage isn't just for a little while. Not put up with it for a little while. It's forever. And people say that I'm giving 100% into the marriage. One to give 100, the other to give 100. Well, it's giving all yourself, but you can give more than that. Give more than 100% of each from each one of you, and be happy with the other. But I also think that there's a term in the Bible, to be equally yoked. And if you are, you believe the same way about God and Jesus. If you don't, then it's possibly it could be some trouble in the future for you. And to find someone that loves Jesus like like you do, or have them in their heart, so that at least has Jesus in their heart, so at least they can grow to love Him.
Follow him, follow him wherever he may go. There isn't an ocean too deep, a mountain so high it can't keep me away. I must follow him. Ever since he touched my hand, I knew that near him I always must be, and nothing can keep him from me. He is my destiny. I love him, I love him, I love him, and where he goes I follow, I follow, I follow. He'll always be my true love, my true love, my true love, from now until forever, forever, forever. I will follow
All you gotta do is hold him and kiss him and love him and show him that you care. Show him that you care just for him, and do the things he likes to do. Wear your hair just for him, 'cause you won't get him thinking and a praying, wishing and a hoping, just wishing and hoping and thinking and praying, planning and dreaming. His kisses will start that won't get you into his heart. So if you're
And what's your key to your long relationship? Mema, you said communication.
Forgiving each other when you get into it with each other. Talk about it.
To realize that it's not just you anymore. It's two of you. Like I said just a minute ago, it's not just 100% you're putting in more than 100%, each one of you. When you get married, you became one. Two people became one. So you share everything. The bank account, it's all shared. You put your money together and pay your bills out of that. Or buy things from that. And it's none of it my money or your money. It's all one. And that's the way it says in the Bible. This is just joined together, you became one. And that's the way I think it should be. It's worked out good for us. And be happy. Well, you're happy when you're married, and realize that you just be happy throughout your life with that person. She's always been good to me and very supportive, and I have tried to be with her.
I'm thankful that I've found him, and we've had our ups and downs through the years, but I think having a communication, being able to, I can remember saying I'm sorry a lot. But I'm thankful that I got him, and we've had a lot of good times too. So
when I first saw you, I saw love. And the first time you touched me, I felt love. And after all this time, you're still the one I love. Yeah. Looks like we made it. Look how far we've come, my baby. We might have took the long way. We knew we'd get there someday. They said, I bet they'll never make it, but just look at us holding on. We're still together, still going strong. You're still the one I run to, the one that I belong to. You're still the one I want for life. You're still the one that I love, the only one I dream of. You're still the one I kiss goodnight. Ain't nothing better. We beat the odds together. I'm glad we didn't listen. Look at what we would be missing. They said, I bet they'll never make it, but just look at us holding on. We're still together, still going strong. You're still the one I run we've come, my baby.
I can't remember when you weren't there, when I didn't care for anyone but you. I swear we've been through everything there is. Can't imagine anything we've missed. Can't imagine anything the two of us can't do. Through the years, you've never let me down. You've turned my life around. The sweetest days I found with you. Through the years, I've never been afraid. I've loved the life we've made, and I'm so glad I stayed right here with you through the years. I can't remember what I used to do, who I trusted, who I listened to before. I swear you've taught me everything I know. Can't imagine needing someone so, but through the years it seems to me I need you more and more. Through the
If you want to spend your lifetime here on earth with this person, you're going to want to spend eternity with them too in heaven.